put down my guitar. Tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. I just keep sinking with every memory of you. I can't stop feeling lost without you. So tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. I picked up your picture, I stared for a while. I always remember your beautiful smile. Now you're in heaven, and I'm here without you. I'll try to be stronger with my memories of you, but tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. I put down my guitar. Tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. I just keep singing with every memory of you. I can't stop feeling lost without you. So tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. Tonight I'll be drinking till I can't feel my heart. Tonight I'll be drinking.
All right, welcome in everybody. Tonight I actually won't be drinking because I don't have any liqueur, but you've just been listening to the one and only Joe Cuellar from LUFKIN, Texas, and it is East Texas week here on Tunesday Tuesday. I think we have like 14 different songs or something like that that we're going to feature from East Texas artists tonight. I want to welcome in everybody for episode 34 of Tunesday Tuesday with yours truly, Boston Chris. We are live every single Tuesday on Facebook and Twitch at the Boston Chris Show. So if you're watching or listening in the future on Spotify or YouTube, Just remember, we're live every week, so come on in and say hi at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch and Facebook. Again, guys, if you're watching or listening on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere, really, just hit the like button, comment down below your favorite part of the show. And, of course, if you want to see more like this, you can subscribe or follow for free wherever you are. And we hope you do so. This week we are featuring Joe Cuellar, singer-songwriter from Lufkin, Texas. And his song, So Far Gone, is the song that we're going to be featuring tonight. And if you are watching again on YouTube or Spotify in the future and you only see the interview here, you can click on the full episode 34 recap in the description below. We hope you do that, but we separate this for that reason. That way we can have an interview by itself and the full show by itself as well. But without any further ado, guys, we're going to get into an interview with Mr. Joe Cuellar. I hope you guys will hang around with us tonight. We have a lot of tributes tonight. There has been a lot of very talented folks, including Ozzy today, that we just found out about earlier today that we will be tributing this week on the show. But without any further ado, let's get into it with Joe Cuellar. Joe, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Not too bad, man. This has been a long time coming, man. We've been talking about doing this for a minute. And are you still in the Lufkin area?
Yes, I am. Still right here in Lufkin, Texas.
Yeah, there's not much in Lufkin, is there?
Actually, there's some things here. It's not as big as Tyler or Longview, or obviously not as big as Houston. But,
I just had to ask that because it's been a minute since I've been down there, so I was just curious.
Yeah.
What's the music scene like down there lately? Because I know it's pretty popping in Knack, but I'm not sure how it is in Lufkin.
It's pretty popping in Lufkin too. There's a bunch of music venues around here in this area. Obviously, a lot of the restaurants have live music now. One of the big places. Just outside of Lufkin. It's got a Lufkin address, but it's like in a little community called Beulah. But it's just like right outside of Lufkin, and it's called 58 Junction. It's like it has this Lukenbach feel to it. It's big area. A lot of cool things happening out there. And then of course, like I said, you have your Jim Ann's Club. That's actually where I first had my first performance of my own back in 2012. That kind of kicked things off for me. I mean, yeah, was it 2012? Yeah, 2012, and kind of been rolling ever since. But yeah, there's plenty of places to play around here, and there's a lot of new young talent around the area, and obviously a lot of talent that was here before I even started doing music. I'm a late bloomer, so I didn't start doing music till after my son graduated high school in 2011. So, but it's really good. Lufkin and Nacogdoches have both been very good to me. I've been fortunate to play in both locations from the very get-go. I've done a lot of stuff for the city of Lufkin, a lot of stuff for city of Nacogdoches, and it's just great all around. So
yeah, I was gonna say, man, you've been at it a while, so it's been this is your 13th year. You mentioned you got a late start. Was that why you decided to raise your kids before really chasing the music dream?
Well, the funny thing is I bought not necessarily. I mean, obviously, as a kid, you're always thinking about, hey, I'd love to be a musician one day. But I didn't buy a guitar until after I got out of the Army in '93. I got out of the Army in '93, bought a guitar in '94. But anyway, so I'm going to keep talking just in case this is still recording. Bought a guitar in '94 and just taught myself how to play just basic, simple chords, simple rhythm. And that's basically how I still play now.
Can you hear me?
And anyway, so went for a period of about 10 years where I hardly played my guitar. But when my son was in high school, I got to where I picked up my guitar more and started playing and sharing some videos. And one thing led to the next. People started telling me, hey, man, we really like your sound. You should do something with it. And I wasn't hearing what they were hearing. But anyway, I went ahead and just got out and started playing. And it's been fun. So
you mentioned you're also a veteran. We have that in common. But you didn't really pick up the music until after getting out of the military? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. I taught myself some simple basic chords and taught myself how to sing a few songs, but obviously vocally just wasn't there. And like I said, it wasn't until after my son was in high school that I started trying to play more just at home and sing more. And then I started sharing some videos, and people were telling me, man, you should do something with that. If you got out and played somewhere, I'd come listen to you. And so my friend D. Vincent Williams, he's a hit songwriter in Nashville. You know him.
Yeah.
So he and I were friends here Well, his sister was here and she was out playing somewhere, and I hadn't been out to a bar or anything since my kid was young, because my focus was raising him. It was always football and baseball, and just raising him as a single father. And I was like, well, he graduated high school. I was like, man, I don't do anything. I want to go hear some live music. So his sister happened to be playing. Now, I remembered he had older siblings, but I just don't remember, meeting her. And, he hung out at my house, and I spent the night with them. But anyway, long story short, I went to go hear her, and my friend that put the event together said, Joe, get up and sing. I've seen some of your videos. And I said, well, I didn't bring my guitar. And she said, her name is Dana Williams, by the way. Mm-hmm. She said, well, you can use mine. And so it turned out, she was like, well, I'm David Williams' sister. I was like, well, yeah, I know David. I've known, David since we were kids. And she had me sing 2 songs. I sang one of my originals, and then Knocking on Heaven's Door. And I was, she had Mike. She was playing with Mike Helm. And so he played along with me. And I butchered my own song that night. I remember that. But anyway, she was like, hey, I really like your voice, Joe. Why don't you come in and sit in with us next weekend? So it got to where she just started inviting me to sit in and sing during their set breaks at some of their gigs. And then one thing led to another, and I just ended up just taking off on my own and just been doing it ever since.
So at the top, when Joe mentioned the folks that came before him in the LUFKIN scene, David Vincent Williams would be one of those folks. That's probably right.
Yeah, David Vincent Williams, from around here, yeah.
He's insane. If you guys don't know who that is, we're talking I'm Moving On by Rascal Flatts and a bunch of other songs. And thank you for reminding me. I actually need to text D. Vincent because we've been trying to get together for an episode. So I'll have to remember that. I just made a note. Thank you for that. So we got Joe Cuellar here, man. I think I met you, if I'm not mistaken, I think you and I met at the Liberty Bell in Nacogdoches. I think I remember you doing a show out there. And
Yep, I used to play out there a lot. That was a hot spot back in the day. Whenever it was there in Nacogdoches, and I was playing there all the time. And whenever I was off, I was going there and catching music. A lot of phenomenal musicians from all around East Texas, and then she was also bringing Katie was also bringing in bands from further out, and some very well known bands in the state. So
the songwriting there was amazing, man. So we would drive out there from Longview all the time, and the food was fantastic too, which made it doubly good as well. Good music, good food. I definitely miss that place and places like it, man. We need more places like that. So we are featuring one of Joe's songs tonight, and typically we tend to feature songs that are somewhat new, but Joe has a fantastic song that I absolutely love. And it's a little bit on the older side. It's called So Far Gone. Now, you have polished it and updated it. So tell us about the song, how it came to be, and then kind of why you decided to re-release it or polish it up for a new release this year.
Okay, so I wrote it like around 2016, and I had a friend that had a video production company and videography, whatever, and he was like, he had me play at his in downtown Nacogdoches. He had a loft or a house upstairs. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, it was a tour. Yeah, it was a loft. It was a tour of lofts, and he wanted to showcase. He wanted to outdo all the other people that were having a tour of lofts. He was like, hey man, will you come play at my loft whenever this tour of lofts is going on in downtown Nacogdoches? I want to do it up really good. And then he said, whenever you get ready, the way I'll pay you is I'll do a video for you. So that's how that kind of worked out. So then I wrote this song, So Far Gone, around 2016. And a lot of people think that I'm like write everything about me personally, and I don't. It's funny how people are like, well, is that about this? Is that about that? And I was like, no. Even though I can relate, because you can always relate. Mm-hmm. I just see things that go on around me through social media, or where you're just out playing somewhere and you hear people's stories and stuff like that. And I just kind of tie things in together. Obviously, people go through breakups and stuff like that. You see family and friends or whatever, and so you see the drama on Facebook sometimes. And so I kind of feed, I kind of get my material from stuff I see, not necessarily me personally, although I can, relate to some of it, but it's not like, oh, I'm heartbroken or I'm this or that, and I'm going to write about it. And that's fine if that's how you write. I just don't necessarily write that way. But so I wrote this song, and my friend, he was like, hey, George Hooker was his name. It's GHM Media, if I remember. That's how he calls it, but what he still calls it. But anyway, he was like, "Man, I got a perfect place for the video. Just give me the finished song, but we have to do it by this date." And so I was kind of rushed getting the audio, recorded and getting it the way I liked it. And so we released it back then and did a video. The video was phenomenal. I just wasn't necessarily happy with the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always knew I needed to re-record it. And I re-recorded it with Brian Harkness here in Lufkin at his studio. Brian Harkness is a phenomenal guitar player. He used to tour with Ray Price. Yeah. He toured with Ray Price. He was his guitarist for a while too. But anyway, so I re-recorded this version of So Far Gone, and very pleased with it. Just haven't made a video for it.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm excited about some things that you just said there that I'm going to try to kind of ask some questions about, because songwriting is very perspective based, right? And you talked about writing about things that you see. And obviously, like, it works differently for each creative person. It could be what you see, it could be what you hear, it could be what you feel. And it's different for each songwriter. Some songwriters can do all of the above. Would you say for you it's more of something that you're experiencing and seeing out as you live your life, rather than something that you feel yourself personally most of the time?
Most of the time it is that way.
Yeah.
And like I said, and I will say that even though I might not be writing about myself personally at that time, I can still relate because of what I might have experienced 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, whatever, but I'm not necessarily writing about my personal, anything, even though I have in the past a long time ago. I just don't write that way now. And I'm not saying I would never write that way again. It just comes to me different. And sometimes, like the other song that we spoke of, Tonight I'll Be Drinking, I wasn't going through anything at that particular time. It was just weird how the song came to me, because I wasn't even thinking about writing a song, and I wasn't sad. I was happy, and I was in a great mood, and that song just kind of came to me. I was like, well, I'm gonna see if I can't finish this song. So and I was thinking about, at that time when these lyrics came to me for the other song, like I said, Tonight I'll Be Drinking, I was like, okay, well, my friend's going home to bury his friend, his musician friend in Alabama, so I'll just kind of put myself in his shoes, although I know we've all lost somebody. So it's weird. Like, that style
of writing, creating stories from stuff you see, or you're hearing from your friends, or what they're going through, other people. How do you feel? Because, I mean, really, music is all about a connection, right? It's a connection between artist and song, and then there's a connection between the song and the listener, and both of those are equally as important, right? So if it's something that you're writing from somebody else's perspective, in other words, it's something that was experienced by somebody else, how do you create that connection personally to that, like, that experience as a songwriter? So that way it does connect to a listener.
In some ways, even though I might not be going through whatever hurt or pain or struggle they're going through at the moment, I've been through similar. So I can reach back in, and I can pull that emotion out. And especially when I'm performing and singing a song and sing with that passion or that emotion. And so, I mean, we've all of us have a story, and all of us have been through things in our lives. So it's really easy to, see what somebody else is going through, and then kind of put yourself in their shoes, especially if you've experienced something similar.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, because it's almost like you're covering a song even though you wrote it. Yeah, hold on, I'll fix it.
And I apologize if it's...
You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I know how to fix it, so that's all that matters, man. So
okay.
I think it's funny because, like, you wrote the songs, but it's almost like you're covering the story, right? Like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Because the song is original to you, but you're actually pretending, right? It's a cover of the story you heard that you put it into the song, and I just think that's pretty dope. And that's why I love songwriting, because it's different for every single person. Do you feel like, especially as a veteran, right, because obviously being in the military, that gives you a lot of content by itself for songs and stuff like that. Do you feel like writing from your own perspective is doable as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because I have done it. I've just not released anything. That was like I've done that from the very in the beginning, but not so much lately as far as personal. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you when it's your own song, your own perspective, your own experience, do you feel like there's more of a connection than somebody else's perspective? Because I love how you're talking about how, when it's somebody else's experience, you just kind of put yourself in their shoes with your own experience that was similar in order to connect to the song. When that's not there, do you feel you connect to the song even better?
I think in some cases, yes, but also let's just say I'm going to go back. I know where you're going to play So Far Gone, but let's just say let's just say like So Far Gone too. I could say both. Tonight I'll Be Drinking and So Far Gone. Those weren't necessarily out of my personal pain or struggle or whatever, but I could relate to them. But I've had people come to me, man, that song right there, man, that's my song. That I felt that. Yeah. Or I've had people come to me with Tonight I'll Be Drinking with tears in their eyes, telling me their story about a lost loved one and stuff. And so, to me, that's the connection. So even though it might not have been my personal pain at the time when I wrote the song, I just knew I could relate to it and I can deliver that song. There's so many stories. That's what I love. Is most people only hear the song and might be fans of the song or the music or whatever, and they see you and think you're a musician out there, but they don't know all the backstories. And this is what I think is so cool: is the backstories of the people coming up to you, telling you, man, that song. That way you sang that song, man, that's my song. I lost a loved one. I went through this. Or you see these big grown manly men, like towering over you, and they come up to you. They're not necessarily crying, but you can see a look in their eyes, and they come up to you like this, and they're like, man. And then they don't know what to say, but you connected with them, and so they're like, here, man. Here, they'll hand you a drink or a shot or whatever. And so it's connecting with people. To me, it's connecting. With people.
That's flattering, isn't it? As a creator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's so cool to have Joe here. I don't know if you knew this. I'm sure you've seen me promoting it, but this is episode 34 of the show, and I decided, since you are from deep East Texas, I wanted to try to do a week where it was all East Texas artists. So. This week on the show is it's not all, because we do have our global artist of the week, which we feature every week, somebody from somewhere else, a different country or whatever. But other than that, and our tributes for the people that have passed away this week, everybody else is from East Texas in this show. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, you have inspired me to do that just because of the LUFKIN connection and being from deep East, like real far behind the piney curtain, right?
Yes, sir.
So super cool to have you on. Let's talk about your pick of the week, which I always love this because I blind react to this song. I don't listen to this song ahead of time. Whoever's picked. You have picked Parker Ryan as your pick of the week, and the song is called Shattered. So tell us why you picked this artist and this song specifically.
Well, there's so many that I could have picked from, and so many doing great things right now. But I guess because he was one of the first. Now, from the very beginning, I've just always tried to plug people in, even though I was the new kid on the block. Although I wasn't a kid whenever I started doing music, but although I was a new musician on the block, from the very beginning, I always believed in helping somebody out. Get them connected. If I made a connection with somebody, I'm going to help somebody out, try to get them plugged in. And a lot of times it was his kid. From Tommy Simpson was one of the people I helped, but he was obviously around my age. To Parker Ryan but anyway, Parker was a high school kid, and I had seen him perform with his band at our music store here in LUFKIN when he was still in high school. And well, one night he was at one of my shows at Ralph and Kaku's, and he was like, I went over there and I said, hey, would you like to sing something solo acoustic and get up here and sing something? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'd heard him with his band, but hearing him stripped down with an acoustic guitar was just a totally different level. And he was probably, I don't know if he was in 10th grade or 11th grade. I can't remember now. I think he might have been in 10th grade. But I was just floored. I was like, hearing him with his band was awesome, but I was just floored just hearing him just stripped down. And you could just feel it. You could hear it, and you was like, man, this kid could do some things. And I told him, I was like, hey, have you ever thought about, I said, I'm not trying to pull you away from your band, but have you ever thought about doing some solo acoustic shows? I said, because you could make some pretty decent money. You're not going to get rich, but you'll make some decent money playing on the weekends more than your high school friends will working all week at a regular job, And I said, I can help you get plugged in. And he just kind of took off from there and started playing some shows with me. I'd have him come sit in with me, then get him plugged in. shows, benefits. He did whatever I asked. And then he moved away for his senior year to Galveston. He made some connections there. And next thing you know, he's blowing up and playing all over the place. He got to open up for Cole Wetzel at Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, not this past summer. I think it was the summer before that. But he's playing all over now. You know, I believe he lives in College Station now. But it's he's
killing it. I'm looking at his tour dates right now. He'll be on tour with Treaty Oak Revival later this year. And 49 Winchester, like those boys are not going to let anybody on their billing, right? So so he's killing it. Then the other thing I take away from this kid is like you look at his picture on his webpage and he's wearing a Caitlin Butts shirt, so he's all right by me, man. He's all right by me.
Yes,
Joe, I appreciate you coming on, man. If people wanting to follow along with you, where would you send them? Where's the best place to support Joe Cuellar?
My Facebook page, I have my personal Facebook page, Joe Cuellar, and then my musician page, Joe Cuellar Music. I post update on both sites, but most of my followers are actually on my personal page.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it works. And I'm on Instagram too, Joe Cuellar Music, last name spelled Cuellar.
So awesome to have you here, man. I'm glad this worked out. I made a bit of a scheduling mistake, which, by the way, in 10 years of doing this, I've never frickin' done that before. So I felt so shitty about it. And I was like, thank goodness the guy, like, it got switched around. And the other guy, it actually worked better for him to move up a week because, I couldn't believe I did that shit.
That's okay. It happens.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize to you for that.
Maybe not with you, but yeah. But
it's just crazy, man. I told, I'm just like, man, I can't let this happen again, bro. Like, but yeah, I appreciate you being on, man. We're going to get into the music and anytime you want to come on, you have new music, just let me know, man. I'd love to have you back.
Will do, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for having me.
Sure, man. You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
All right, guys. So that was indeed Mr. Joe Cuellar here on the show for the very first time. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in live, but also if you're on Spotify or YouTube, this is the portion of the show where I have to remind you all, if you want to hear all the music, click in the description, the episode 34 recap, because the interview portion of this show is going to end right now. So without any further ado, here is the music. The first song, again, the feature from Joe Cuellar. It's called So Far Gone.
Tried to stay, I tried to hold you, you pushed me away, now I'm gone, so far gone. You wanted your freedom, you wanted to play. Now you say you're empty, but that's the price you pay, because I'm gone, so far gone. I tried to warn you, but you were too blind to see. Now you're feeling lonely and you're crawling back to me. Baby, it's too late now. I'm the one who's free, because I'm gone, so far gone. Too blind to see. Now you're feeling lonely and you're crawling back to me. Baby, it's too late now. I'm the one who's free, 'cause I'm gone. tried to hold you, you pushed me away. Now I'm gone, so far gone. Yeah, I'm gone, so far gone. I'm gone.
It's So Far Gone by LUFKIN's own Joe Cuellar, our episode 34 special guest here on Tunesday Tuesday. And Joe's pick of the week goes to Parker Ryan. Parker Ryan's music captures the heart of Texas with a blend of traditional country and modern rock influences. From growing up on a chicken farm to moving to Galveston in his late teens, his journey adds a unique flavor to his sound. Infused with the spirit of rock legends like Dave Grohl and Metallica, Parker's songs mix heartfelt storytelling with energetic vibes. His music resonates with honesty and personal experience, offering a fresh take on southern rock, blues, and country. Stream Parker Ryan's tracks and dive into a sound as authentic and captivating as his story. Joe Cuellar's pick of the week is Shattered by Parker Ryan.
Say a word, my dear. Your eyes are speaking loud and clear, clearer than the rain on the window. When you fell asleep in the front seat by me, why would you look at me that way? There's so much and there's so little left to say, at least for me. But you told me to leave you in the street. Well, I could lie and say I get it, why you don't want me around you anymore. By the sea, where we were the first time you told me that you loved me. All the other parts are lost like bullets shot into the dark. I could lie and say I get it, why you don't You don't want me around you anymore. I'll be fine just once I wrap my head around it all. But when you said those words, my heart hit the floor. And then it shattered. Since then I've been
That is Parker Ryan from Huntington, Texas, right here in East Texas. Maybe you guys can tell me out there where Huntington is located. I do know. I'd love to see somebody comment, though. Let me know. Next up on our show is brand new music from my friend, Miss Meredith Crawford. Sitting in church, surrounded by strangers, Meredith found herself singing at a young age in the crowd. It was a humble way to be introduced to music, but it was pure. She found people weren't so much strangers anymore when you sang with them. And soon after picking out harmonies from the pews, she found herself touring the Texas Opry circuit by the age of 16. But it wasn't until she got a guitar in her hands and a lyric up her sleeve that she found her true passion, songwriting. She had her eyes set on Music City after graduation, but life dealt her a different hand, unexpected and unplanned, when she walked the stage to receive her diploma 5 months pregnant. Setting off into motherhood, she settled into being a single mom, but the lyrics never went away. Lessons learned don't come cheap, and neither do the songs. With the hard years to show for it, Crawford has created a distinctive style that connects with listeners all around the world with her soul-stirring songs and moving lyrics. She combines the raw energy of songwriting with a storyline driven through music that pours from the rich depths of her influences and upbringing. Her songs have an empathetic tone that draws listeners into a world of profound reflection and unabashed vulnerability. A dynamic musical environment is created by the blending of electric guitar riffs and acoustic melodies, capturing the essence of her artistic vision. This song right here is literal days old. This is the brand new single from Meredith Crawford. It's called Leon.
Leon sits all alone in an old wooden rocking chair. Well, his old feet just take him there as soon as the rooster crows. He ponders upon the Wild West and the joys of his younger years, basking in the country air until the cows come home. He lived mostly alone, but he never seemed lonely. He kept his hands busy with the cows and the ponies, but I sense a brilliance for so modest a man. The town folk would talk tall tales of his silence. They'd paint him in pictures he never took part in, building their statues of fiction with idle hands. Leon would go down to church on Easter and Christmas Eve, and all the Baptists would show their teeth as they stared down the offering plate. Leon had acres of cash, but he gave with his heart and mind. But they all said he was just trying to buy a ticket to the pearly gates. Well, he grew up in the Dust Bowl Depression. His folks taught him to save with a stiff-neck resilience. But when he lost his brother, money didn't matter no more. So they judged and they preached for their self-righteous glory, but never once did they ask Leon his story. So never again did he go to the house of the Lord. Well, I asked Leon why he never left town. Even at 95, they're still putting him down. He smiled with his toothpick and grin, and these words he used. Well, I pass by this place every day on the bus ride. I dreamed and I prayed that one day it would be mine. And now my history's here, and one day I'll be history too. Leon waits all alone in an old wooden rocking chair, and he'll just keep on waiting there until God calls him home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry
Brand new music from Chandler's own Meredith Crawford. The song is called Leon. And from Chandler up to Texarkana, let's talk about Lane Bricker. Texarkana, Texas native country singer-songwriter Lane Bricker grew up around music with his father being an award-winning piano player and music producer. However, it wouldn't be until college that he tried his hand at music as well, thanks to a late friend who convinced him to play music with him at a campus event. There, he found his love for music and has since opened up for big names like Clay Walker, Pat Green, Braxton Keith, John Conley, Chris Cagle, Junior Brown, and Gary P. Nunn. Staying true to his roots, his music is a blend of traditional and Texas country, gaining inspiration from artists such as Merle Haggard and Keith Whitley to George Strait and Charlie Robinson. Here is Lane Bricker with Do You Ever Think About Texas?
And the white lights on this stage,
Through the smoke in a crowded room, oh, I still see your face. Though it's been quite some time since you went away, there's still just a few more things that I gotta say. Like, do you ever think of Austin? And does Fort Worth cross your mind? I'm at a payphone out in Dallas, trying to reach you at the end of the line. You say I've been acting crazy, oh, but I just had to see. Tell me, do you still think about Texas and the way things used to be? Sometimes it's hard to let it go when you don't know what went wrong. I try so hard not to let it show, but there's still just a few more things that I gotta know. Like, do you ever think of Austin? And does Fort Worth cross your mind? I'm at a payphone down in Houston, trying to reach you at the end of the line. You say I've been acting crazy, I just called to let you know that I need you back in Texas. I just can't let you go. Your mind. I'm at a payphone out in Dallas, trying to reach you at the end of the line. You say I've been acting crazy, oh, but I just had to see. Tell me, do you still think about Texas and the way things used to be?
All right, do you ever think about Texas? From Texarkana's own Lane Bricker. Let's travel down the road just a hair from Texarkana over to Redwater, Texas, where young superstar in waiting Hailey Wright from The Voice is from. A life-changing softball injury at 16 sparked Hailey's musical journey when she picked up a pawn shop guitar during her recovery in Redwater, Texas. Teaching herself to play, she found music as a powerful outlet for her emotions. Her first open mic performance was a hit, with the audience recording and sharing it on social media. Alongside her musical awakening, Hailey discovered her Choctaw heritage, embracing her indigenous roots through powwows. Now, she honors both her musical talent and cultural identity, growing her mid-thigh length hair, a symbol of spiritual significance in Choctaw culture, and learning the Choctaw language. Hailey continues to pursue her musical career while deeply connecting with her heritage, and we are extremely excited to present her debut single, which is brand new music from Hailey Wright here on Tunesday Tuesday. Here is Whiskey Kisses.
How many
messing with him. Well, you see, I miss a set of blue eyes in the nightlight. Oh, and I miss a little bit of good came out of your goodbye. Oh, but I don't miss you when I'm with him. I miss and crave a shot of tequila each time I see you, but I don't crave you. I miss the beat the band plays, but not a damn word you say when I'm listening to him. Well, you see, I miss a set of blue eyes in the nightlight. Oh, and I miss a little bit of good came out of your goodbye. Oh, but I don't miss you when I'm with him. Oh, but I don't miss you when I'm with him.
There we have Hailey, Wright with Whiskey Kisses, all the way from Redwater, Texas, here on Tunesday Tuesday. Guys, we're going to have a bit longer of a show tonight, just simply because we have lost some amazing, talented folks this week in the world of music. And our first tribute goes to Miss Helen Cornelius. Born in Hannibal, Missouri on December 6, 1941, to Joseph Clifton Johnson and Luelsie Elizabeth Johnson, Helen Lorene Cornelius went to be with her Heavenly Father on July 18, 2025. Now, Helen grew up in the country in a small town outside of Monroe City, Missouri, as the youngest child of 8 children. It was the simple joys of country life that would one day provide Helen with the ideas and inspiration for her songwriting. Helen loved to sing and entertain from a young age, eventually teaching herself piano well enough to play at church and become a piano teacher. She, along with her sisters Judy and Sharon, formed a trio that performed locally. Helen moved to Hannibal in her late teens and married Louis Cornelius, with whom she had 3 children. Helen loved being a mom and was a wonderful, loving mother and grandmother. It brought great joy to Helen to cook for her children and loved ones, and she was known to be a wonderful cook. Now, a naive but hopeful young songwriter, Helen juggled being a wife and mom with songwriting, mailing her songs to publishers in New York and Nashville before eventually obtaining a writing deal with Screen Gems in 1970. She had a beautiful voice and was eventually paired with country singer Jim Ed Brown, performing for years as a duet and winning the CMA Vocal Duo of the Year award in 1977, among other accolades. Helen toured for years, both as a solo artist and with Jim Ed, and it brought her much joy to travel with many musicians and artists over the years, often returning home with great stories of the antics of her road life. Guys, we are featuring one of the most well-known songs that she had performed along with Jim Ed Brown. This is I Don't Want to Have to Marry You.
I don't wanna have to marry you. I don't wanna have to say I do. I want our love to be free, the way God meant love to be. I don't wanna have to marry you just because it be the thing to do. I want our marriage to be strong, something we can build upon.
Every time I want you more than I did the time before. Can you stay with me for a while?
But I want the fire still burning bright, darling, on our wedding night. Let's wait till we walk down the aisle. I don't wanna have to marry you. I don't wanna have to say I do. I want our love to be free, the way God meant love to be.
Don't say you have to go now that I want you so. I don't want to be alone.
The temptation is strong, but it's oh so wrong. Please stop and take me home. I don't wanna have to marry you. I don't wanna have to say I do. I want our love to be free, the way God meant love to be. I want our love to be free, the way God meant love to be.
Rest in peace to Miss Helen Cornelius, aged 83. Back to East Texas, guys. We are going to talk a little bit about Brandon Kruger, who is actually originally from North Dakota, but is now calling Alba, Texas home. Brandon Kruger is a rising artist whose debut EP, Texas Tales, takes listeners on a journey through personal experiences and observations with a unique and personal touch. The EP is a collection of stories and experiences that Kruger has gathered over the past years, reflecting on the world around him, the people he's met, and the lessons he has learned. From the foot-stomping opener Under Neon Light to the reflective closer Walk on Water, Texas Tales is a raw and honest portrayal of life's journey, its ups and downs, its moments of joy and its moments of heartbreak. With Brandon's ability to paint vivid and emotive picture with his lyrics, the EP is an intimate and personal listen that will resonate with anyone who has ever gone through the ups and downs of life. Here is Mr. Brandon Kruger's brand new single, Foxhole.
I traded him draws for some things I didn't know, like
All right, a great message and a great song from Brandon Kruger. There ain't no skin color in a foxhole, and there's no truer words spoken than that. No doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we're going to head down the road to Lindale, Texas. Right down 69 from Alba to Lindale for Miss Katie Wallace. Katie Wallace stands as a testament to the rich musical heritage of Texas, weaving tales of love, life, and the timeless spirit of country music. Her debut country single, In the Mourning, premiered on the Spotify editorial playlist All New Country and dove her headfirst into the country music scene. Her songwriting gained recognition when she wrote lyrics and melodies on tracks Two Lovebirds in a Cage, Baby I'm Okay, and Cathedral for Grammy-nominated artist Cade Bostani. She also is the frontwoman and lyricist for the band Foxy and the Hares. This earned Katie features in Vogue Italia and placements for her songs on popular TV shows such as MTV's Catfish, Teen Mom, Project Runway, the film Game of Love, and landed her on the official Teen Mom 2 Season 8 official playlist. And we are going to play her debut single, and this is brand new music. This is In the Mourning from Lindale's own Katie Wallace. All right, from Lindale, Texas, let's head down to the small town of Rusk, Texas, where Clint Alford began songwriting at the young age of 19. Over the course of the next few years, he worked on perfecting his songwriter ability and was in constant search for his own distinct and unique sound. Following years of experience playing on numerous stages, he has also lent his musical talents to many different recordings. He's had several different studio projects on many different styles of music and has been making a name for himself in the Texas music scene since the early 2000s. One of my favorite songwriters, one of my favorite people, guys. Here is Clint Alford with Chantilly.
The waves beat the shoreline of this lighthouse. Oh, this light, looking for a ship, oh, that brings me love. Oh, there's a girl who calls to me when I'm sleeping. All these doors won't open to let her in. Oh, the stars shine bright over Chantilly, and I'm hoping that she can see me where she's from. Oh, the stars shine bright over Chantilly, and I'll leave the light on, waiting on her to come. Oh, every evening I go down close to the water. Every night I lay alone in this cold, cold, blistering bed. Every morning I have the sun to greet me with kindness. Every day I have the hope she's on her way home. Oh, the stars shine bright over Chantilly, and I'm hoping that she can see there where she's from. Oh, the stars shine bright over Chantilly, and I'll leave the light on, waiting on her to come. Over her to come. Over her to come. Over her to come.
All right, guys, from Rusk, Texas, with Clint Alford, all the way back up to Emory, Texas, with Miss Billie Joe Jones, who is a rising star in country music, known for her powerhouse vocals, relatable songwriting, and authentic Texas sound, with 3 consecutive #1 singles on the Texas Regional Radio Report and a #1 Amazon best-selling album. Billie Joe is quickly becoming one of the most talked about new artists in country music nationwide. She was recently named Female Vocalist of the Year by both the Texas Regional Radio Awards and CDX Nashville. Guys, we are excited to play tonight's single by her, which is very close to becoming her 4th consecutive #1 hit. Here is Flame by Billie Joe Jones.
can tell that you think you're gonna take my man. You think your grass is greener, but let me help you understand. I can see right through your thieving ways. I put that ring on his left hand. You're a master of deception and a champion of lies. You won't catch him looking round. He stays lost in my eyes. If you wanna push this thing, I can cut you down to size. Let me tell you, he ain't looking at you, honey, I'm the one to blame. You think you got what it takes, but I'm his everything. I'm here playing for keeps, you're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark, I'm the whole damn I know I seem self-assured, but we got history. It's kinda sad you chase after what will never be. 'Cause if you took your bait, there's no damn way you'd be the man for me. He ain't looking at you, honey, I'm the one to blame. You think you've got what it takes, but I'm his everything. I'm here playing for keeps, you're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark, I'm the whole damn flame. Now I've seen your desperate kind before, and he won't even notice you walking out those swinging doors. I'm here playing for keeps, you're just playing games. Honey, I'm more than just a spark, I'm the whole damn flame. I'm more than just a spark, I'm the whole damn
The hottest thing in Texas is Miss Billie Joe Jones, and her new single is called Flame. Rightfully so. That girl is absolutely blowing up, and I love it so much. So proud of Billie Joe. Man, I've known her and watched her struggle and her rise for over 10 years now. So good to see her doing the things she's doing. And as you guys may know, who have been following my journey on my show for over the last 10 years, I am a huge champion of the female artist. And that's why my next tribute this week is very important to me, because Miss Connie Francis was the very first United States or American woman to reach #1 on the charts in 1960. And Connie Francis has passed away. The iconic pop singer, known for hits like Who's Sorry Now and Lipstick on Your Collar, passed away at the age of 87. She died on Wednesday night at Broward Health North Hospital in Pompano Beach, Florida, after being treated for a pelvic fracture and later diagnosed with pneumonia. Francis's career spanned the late 50s and early 60s, during which she became one of the most successful female singers of the era. Her hits include Stupid Cupid, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, which was that aforementioned first #1 hit by a female, and Where the Boys Are, the latter of which was featured in the 1960 movie of the same name. She, of course, also had an amazingly successful acting career, which she starred in several films. Connie's personal life was marked by both triumph and tragedy. She battled mental health issues, including depression and PTSD, and experienced a harrowing SA in 1974. Her brother was also unalived by the Mafia in 1981. Just an incredible life, and so many traumatic events that impacted her life and career. Despite these challenges, Connie Francis continued to perform and connect with audiences throughout her life. Recently, her 1962 hit Pretty Little Baby, 63 years later, experienced a resurgence in popularity due to a viral TikTok trend, which brought her music to a brand new generation of listeners. And of course, guys, I am going to play that new viral hit from Connie Francis. This is Pretty Little Baby.
Pretty little baby, pretty little baby, pretty little baby. You say that maybe you'll be thinking of me and try to love me, pretty little baby. I'm hoping that you do. You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Now is just the time while both of us are young. Puppy love must have its day. Don't you know it's much more fun to love while the heart is young and gay? Meet me at the car hop or at the pop shop. Meet me in the moonlight or in the daylight, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Now is just the time when both of us are young. Puppy love must have its day. Don't you know it's much more fun to love while the heart is young and gay? Meet me at the car hop or at the pop shop. Meet me in the moonlight or in the daylight, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Pretty little baby. I said pretty little baby. Oh, now pretty
Rest in peace to Miss Connie Francis, a trailblazer for female artists everywhere. Let's come back to East Texas, to the small town of Clarksville. Does anybody know where Clarksville is? Let me know in the comments. I think I know, but perhaps you will teach me something. Chace Rains is a Texas-born singer-songwriter carving a path through the Americana and alt-country landscape with his uniquely honest voice. Rooted in storytelling traditions and shaped by modern influences, his music captures the complexity of human emotion with raw clarity. Here is Chace's brand new single. This is called House Ghost.
Taking over your words, walking back in the rain. I guess some things never change. I'm feeling heavy walking into the light. Guess this just ain't my day tonight. It's everything we are, babe. It's all packed up, my dear. Who's in my heart, babe, if you don't live here? Who is the ghost in my house? Thought it was all staged out. Now I'll have to say I'll see you away. And who is the ghost in my house? Had all the map laid out, the imprint of to take back what once was mine. I hope you live to see your heroes die, so you can get on with your goddamn life. 'Cause everything we are, babe, it's all packed up, my dear. But who's in my heart, babe, if you don't live here? Who is the ghost in my house? Thought it was all staged out. Now I'll have to say I'm to you anyway. Who is the ghost in my house? Had all the map laid out, the imprint of a page who would fade away. Who is the ghost in my house? Who is the ghost in my house? Everything we are, babe, it's all packed up, my dear. But who is the ghost in my house? Thought it was all staged out. Now I'll have to say I'm to you anyway. Who is the ghost in my house? Had all the map laid out, the imprint of a page who would fade away. Who is the ghost in my house? Who is the ghost in my house? Oh yeah.
All right, from Clarksville, let's head up to Paris, where Colton Sanders is a songwriter and performer from the backwoods of Northeast Texas, raised in the Red River Valley of Lamar County. His musical roots run deep, formed in the back seat of his father's pickup, where classic country CDs by Waylon and Merle played on repeat. It was there, belting out songs by David Allan Coe and even AC/DC, that his lifelong connection to music first took hold. At 14, Sanders picked up his first guitar and began writing songs of his own, drawing from the rusted landscapes and raw emotions of rural life. But it wasn't until nearly 16 years later that he began sharing those songs on stage, forming his first gigging band just as the world shut down in 2020. And I absolutely love the name of his gigging band. It is called Is He Dead and the Existential Dread. But here is a single from him under his own name, Colton Sanders. Here is Nothing from Nobody.
Oh, my lonesome long cold winter nights. How I keep warm when my baby ain't inside, and I suppose it's the way it goes. It's nice to know those ways of old.
Paris, Texas, down to Tyler, Texas, with Mr. Gary Patrick coming up on the show. Gary Patrick is the youngest of 4 siblings, raised in a house full of music. His mother, who sang with the voice of an angel, gave him the love of classics, church hymns, and the heart to lift up with song, while his father shared the gift of storytelling through artists like Waylon and Willie. Gary's siblings influenced him with fantastic artists such as Boston, the Dire Straits, Dan Fogelberg, Toto, and the Eagles, to name a few. But the biggest aha moment was when he heard Neil Diamond's Play Me. That music resonated with him like no other, and claims his heart beats to a 6/8 time signature because of it. Guys, we are proud to include Miss Gary Patrick as part of this playlist tonight. Here is the music video for Missing You.
Every time I think of you, I always catch my breath, and I'm still standing here and you're miles away, and I'm wondering why you left. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight. I hear your name in certain circles, and it always makes me smile. I spend my time thinking about you, and it's almost driving me wild. And there's a heart that's breaking down this long distance line tonight. I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you, no matter what I might say. There's a message in the wire, and I'm sending out a signal tonight. You don't know how desperate I've become, and it looks like I'm losing this fight. In your world I have no meaning, though I'm trying hard to understand. And it's my heart that's breaking down this long distance line tonight. I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you, no matter what my friends say. And there's a message that I'm sending out, like a telegraph to your soul. If I can't bridge this distance, stop this heartbreak all alone, I ain't missing you at all. Ain't missing you, I ain't missing you. I keep lying to myself. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight. I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you, no matter what I might say. Ain't missing you, no, I ain't missing you. Oh no.
All right, Tyler's own Gary Patrick with Missing You. Guys, we are back to our third tribute of the week. which is Robbie Pardlow. He was the former lead singer of the R&B group City High, and he has passed away at the age of 46. He died Thursday, July 17th, while surrounded by friends and family in Willingboro, New Jersey. A representative for the late singer told the outlet that details on a memorial service will be shared with the public soon. Pardlow found fame with the group City High, which he formed with his classmates Claudette Ortiz and Ryan Toby in 1999. After the trio signed to Wycliffe Jean's label Booga Basement, they released their self-titled debut album, which included the 2001 hits What Would You Do and Caramel featuring Eve. The band's early success earned them a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group in 2002. Their success was short-lived, however, as they disbanded in 2003. Rest in peace to Robbie Pardlow. Here is, in my opinion, their biggest hit, What Would You Do?
Bottom line, Lonnie's a hoe, yo. She's a hoe.
Ho. Don't be calling my girl no hoe. Put yourself in her shoes. Him ain't even taking care of his kids. Damn, what would you do?
Boys and girls wanna hear a true story. Saturday night was at this real wild party. They had the liquor overflow in the cup. About 5-6 strippers trying to work for a buck. Then I took one girl outside with me. Her name was Lonnie. She went to junior high with me. I said, why you up in there dancing for cash? I guess a whole lot's changed since I seen you last. She said,
What would you do if the son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is life all night.
girl, you ain't the only one with a baby. That's no excuse to be living all crazy. Then she looked me right square in the eye. I said, every day I wake up hoping to die. She said, nigga, I know about pain, 'cause me and my sister ran away so my daddy couldn't rape us. Before I was a teenager, I done been through more this shit you can't even relate to.
What would you do if the son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is life all night.
Yo, wait a second, man. Something just ain't sounding right, yo. You trying to tell me your girlfriend couldn't just go out and get a regular job? Man, this mad shorty's going through the same thing, yo. If I ever ran into your girlfriend, I'd probably say,
Hold up.
What would you do?
Get up on my feet and let go of every excuse.
What would you do?
'Cause I wouldn't want my baby to go through what I went through.
Come on, what would you do?
Get up on my feet and stop making tired excuses.
What would you do?
Girl, I know if my mother can do it, baby, you can do it.
What would you do if the son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life.
What would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor 'cause he's hungry? And the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life. Come on.
What would you do if the son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, 'cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life.
Rest in peace to Robbie Pardlow, and let's get back to East Texas here on Tunesday Tuesday. From Texas's Upper East Side near the arts hamlet of WINNSBORO, Texas, award-winning singer-songwriters Lynn Adler and Lindy Hearne connect with audiences coast to coast. Honored to be selected by the Texas Commission on the Arts to serve on the state's official Texas touring roster, this husband and wife duo enjoys the title of official Texas touring artists for the August 2022 to 2024 touring season. Adler and Hearne have served on that roster since 2014. Their newest CD, The Ties That Bind Us, which was released in August of 2022, is their first on the Howling Dog Records label, produced by Dawn Richmond and featuring special guests Eliza Gilkyson, Bill Hearne, Michael Hearne, and Jimmy Stadler. Their music is a spirited blend of original Texas folk with hints of blues, jazz, country, and bluegrass. With 13-plus recordings and decades of touring between them, their repertoire is playful, poignant, and poetic, including sparky love ballads, historically based tributes, quirky story songs, and anthems of justice and peace. I love Lynn Adler and Lindy Hearne, and I'm so excited to share one of their songs here on Tunesday Tuesday tonight. This one is called Standing Next to Mama.
Standing next to Mama, working in the kitchen. Underneath her breath, I can hear her whistling songs from the hymnal. How great thou art, standing on the promises, pure in heart, washing the dishes, ironing the clothes, getting close to Jesus, standing next to Mama. Standing next to Mama, Sunday bells are ringing, right there by my side. I can hear her singing songs from the hymnal, just as I am. God be with you until we meet again. I take the high part, she takes the low, getting close to Jesus, standing next to Mama. Standing next to Mama, singing harmony, standing next to Mama, holding on to me, standing next to Mama. Such sweet memories. Standing next to Mama, on my guitar strumming, like the air I breathe, I can hear her humming songs from the hymnal. My faith looks up to thee, his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. She on her piano, me on my guitar, getting close to Jesus, standing next to Mama, standing next to Mama, standing next to Mama.
It is now time to feature our two podcast guests from this past weekend, starting with my buddy down from Galveston, Texas, originally from Ponte, Texas, which, by the way, is still East Texas. This is my episode 83 guest, Mr. Gabe Wootton, with a live song from his live record, Old Quarter Live Sessions Volume 1. This is called Gold Wedding Band. I hope you enjoy it.
little song about how sometimes to make a marriage work, you got to break up 2 other marriages. You know. Well, the pressure was off when we first met, 'cause I saw you ring when I lit your cigarette. But now I sit here in love with you. So please tell me, darling, what are we gonna do? We can run to the church house, confess all of our sins, get us a room at the Quality Inn. 'Cause you're just a woman and I'm just a man, and that ring on your finger's just a gold wedding band. Well, I know that this is new to you, so have you a drink, and shit, I'll have one too. And if you're thinking that this ain't right, well, just look in my eyes and tell me good night. We can run for the church house, confess all of our sins, or get us a room and simply dig in. 'Cause you're just a woman and I'm just a man, and that ring on your finger just a gold wedding band. It's a couples skate, couples only. Everyone skate backwards. So here's the moral to a very immoral story. Well, married women are like clouds up in the sky. You can pick one you like, but you better let her pass by. But if there's a hint of a gleam in her eye, well, you're a fool if you do. You'd be a fool not to try. We can run for the church house, confess all of our sins, or get us a room down at the LUFKIN Inns. 'Cause you're just a woman and I'm just a man, and that ring on your finger's just a gold wedding band.
My buddy Gabe Wootton, episode 83, wherever you listen or watch your podcasts. That's YouTube, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, you name it. Just go there, type in the Boston Chris Podcast. Episode 83 is my friend Gabe Wootton. Moving on to our second episode from this past Saturday, my friend Crystal Yates and her hubby Will are two of my favorite people of all time, and this is by far one of my favorite songs. Actually, you know what? It's so hard to pick a favorite song from Crystal Yates because there's just so many good ones. But since we have recently played Raining in Amarillo, which is my favorite song on the show, we're going to play Hell on My Soul tonight, which is also Miss Crystal Yates. And if you'd like to check out her episode, it is episode 84, which released this past Saturday. So y'all check out both of them, and let's get into the music. From Argyle, Texas.
drink you away tonight. Wash out your memory just for a night. It's a quick fix, cheap trick. It's just a lie. I always pay double. Come morning light. Well, I've been to the lonely old bars. Took me some comfort in some stranger's arms. Made love, fake love, gone way too far. I gave up my body and lied to my heart. Smoking and drinking, lovers and pills, they never work and they never will. After the pleasure, sins take their toll. They ease the body, but they're hell on my soul. Hell on my It's time to put on my best pretty face. Look in the mirror and show myself grace. My chin up, makeup, I ain't got no shame. I'm getting ready, 'cause it's time for a change. 'Cause smoking and drinking, lovers and pills, they never were and they never will. After the pleasure, sins take their toll. They ease the body, but they're hell on my soul. Smoking and drinking, lovers and pills, they never were, oh, and they never will. And after the pleasure, the sins take their toll. They ease the body, but they're hell on my soul.
Woo, good stuff right there from Crystal Yates with her hubby Will in the video as well. Again, catch episode 84 wherever you tune into podcasts. Everywhere, just search for the Boston Chris podcast. Guys, go over there wherever it is and click, follow, subscribe. Help the channel grow, and I appreciate it. We are up to our Global Artist of the Week, and the Global Artist of the Week comes to us from Northern Africa. Hairne is an Algerian Kel Tamashek desert blues quintet formed in 2006 in Tamanrasset, southern Algeria. Band members grew up near each other in Tamanrasset in a Tuareg community with roots in northern Mali. Hairne was formed in school in 2008 under the guidance of Tanari Wen. Ayadou Ag Lesh of Tanari Wen is a cousin of Hairne's frontman Iyad Musa Ben Abderrahmane, better known as Saddam. Tanari Wen guided Hairne's evolution and produced and co-wrote several songs on their self-titled debut album, Hairne. The young Tuareg rapidly gained acclaim for their mix of ancestral Tamashek poetry and traditional rhythms of their elders and sounds that reflected their youth and urban upbringing, listening to music from all around the world. Although Hairne perform what is known as Tuareg desert blues, their sound incorporates pan-African rhythms, Algerian music, funk, and other influences. I'm so excited to introduce our Global Artist of the Week. This is Hairne with Lawani.
سلان رفودا مغيل يظن سكرتي السن سجن ديس ورتي تيسن سجن ديس ورتي تيسن أنجري دم ورنزها كي أنجري دم ورنزها أنجري دم ورنزها
Global Artist of the Week, Hairne with Lawani, the official video. Cool stuff right there, guys. We have come back to East Texas with our marquee artist of the week. This is Lauren Alexander with my favorite song by her called Wildflower. This is a double play of our marquee artist, Miss Lauren Alexander, who is from the Bullard area of East Texas. And guys, I have it on good authority that Miss Lauren might have new music coming very shortly. I implore you to listen to the lyrics to this song.
Wildflower, keep me in line with you. All of my time with you. Don't break my heart. Wildflower, don't tell me no, my dear. If you have to know, my dear, I've loved you from the start. Where do you go when you're covered in feelings you can't escape, you can't ignore? And what do you do when everything you once knew is forgotten? Won't you tell me, wildflower? Wildflower, the wind keeps on blowing me down, and I have lost all I found, but you stand tall. And wildflower, when the sun comes back around, I know you'll be standing your ground. But what about me? Where do you go when you're covered in feelings you can't escape, you can't ignore? And what do you do when everything you once knew is forgotten? Won't you tell me, wildflower? This is more than he loves me not. This is more than what we thought. Where do you go when you're covered in feelings you can't escape, you can't ignore? What do you do when everything you once knew is forgotten? Won't you tell me, wildflower? than he loves me not. Oh, this is more than he loves me not. This is more than what we thought.
And the second half of our double play is called Break My Heart by Lauren Alexander.
Nothing that we do makes any sense. Love each other for the hell of it. Making up so we can fight again. And God, it's feeling so irrelevant. What could have been a good night, you turn into a good fight. And you know I wanna make it right, but baby I can't this time. This is what it feels like to fall apart. This is what it feels like to break my heart. It's always would've done, could've done, should've known better, but it shouldn't be this hard. This is what it feels like to break my heart. You know we didn't always feel this way. Everything, it came so easily. Get your loving every single day. And now we just get in each other's way. What could have been a good night, you turn into a good fight. And you know I wanna make it right, but baby I can't this time. This is what it feels like to fall apart. This is what it feels like to break my heart. It's always would've done, could've done, should've known better, but it shouldn't be this hard. This is what it feels like to break my heart. We're riding this wave, knowing nothing's gonna change. We both know we can't live this way. Tried it all, but we fell flat. Gonna drag this out till you can feel that. This is what it feels like to fall apart. This is what it feels like to break my heart. It's always would've done, could've done, should've known better, but it shouldn't be this hard. This is what it feels like to break my heart.
Our marquee artist of the week from Bullard, Texas, wraps up our East Texas portion of the show with Break My Heart. New music hopefully soon from Miss Lauren Alexander. She is by far one of my favorite artists ever from anywhere on the earth. She is amazing. I love Lauren Alexander. That's all there is to it. Our last thing this week, Ozzy Osbourne, of course, the influential and salt of the earth singer who came to be known as the Prince of Darkness has died in Birmingham, England, according to a statement from his family. That statement, attributed to his wife Sharon and his children Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Lewis, reads, quote, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family's privacy at this time." Ozzy Osbourne was born John Michael Osbourne on December 3rd, 1948, the son of John Jack Thomas Osbourne and Lillian Osbourne, the fourth of 6 children. The Osbournes lived at 14 Lodge Road in the Aston area of Birmingham, where Ozzy would remain for some time, including while pursuing a career as a rock and roll singer. Once he became a star, he remained associated with the city and returned there often. He played a much-heralded final show with Black Sabbath, one of the most influential bands in hard rock and heavy metal music, in Birmingham just 17 days ago on July 5th. Ozzy Osbourne has left the world. I believe he was 76 years old. And I went back and forth between No More Tears and Mama, I'm Coming Home, but I think I'm going to go with No More Tears as a tribute to the immortal and iconic Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. There's no one like him. There'll never be another like him. That was episode 34 of Tunesday Tuesday. I'm going to show you guys who we will be chatting with next week, and I'm really excited about this one. This young lady right here is Miley Henderson, who is a young artist from right here in East Texas, and she is the granddaughter of the legendary Bugs Henderson, and I am so stoked to get her on here and chat with her about everything that she's got going on, and her song as well. She's got a new song as well that has just come out. So make sure you guys tune in next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for the one and only Miley Henderson's first appearance here on Tunesday Tuesday. I'm really excited to have her, and I appreciate everybody who hung out tonight. I will see you guys down the road. Much love, and I hope you have a great week.